There's a lot about video, and I'm not an expert about video, but by the way, it's so nice, the masterclasses. Every time I'm coming to a masterclass, I say, I'm not an expert about that. The only thing I can share with you is what I do, okay? And the only reason why I think that I have something to tell you which you should listen is because we're doing a lot of testings. Because we have such a wide, this is an advantage that Open Circles has today that I didn't have a few years ago, and probably most of you don't have yet. So you should use our knowledge for that. Because what we have so many people that when we're putting something out, we get feedback. And it's from enough people. So when I don't need the feedback, I don't need to ask you, do you like the video or not? I just see how many people watch it and how many people watch it throughout the length of it. And I can tell you what is the right length before people are dropping off, for example, just because we have so many of them. And you don't need tens of thousands of views. It's enough that I have 1,000 views for a video in order for me to learn a lot about where the video goes right, where it goes wrong, where it becomes boring, where if it's too long or too short, etc. We also create so many different videos. I mean, today I'm only going to talk about 10 different videos because I don't want to overwhelm you. I started with more, and Verge started to say, think about your audience, think about your audience. There's no point. You're not going to do 20 or 30 or 40 different type of videos. But we're going to start with 10, but we already have more than 50 different types of videos out there. And we saw what works, what doesn't work, what works on Facebook, what works on the blog, and I can share with you those, and I want to share with you those. So the main thing I would like to cover today is the 10 ways to use video that I would start with. And you don't have to start with all the 10. You can start with 1 or 2 or 3, but at least you know what are the 10 best ways to use video to grow your business. If you notice, I think a couple of weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, I put a blog with 20 different ways. Okay, so if you want to go back through that, you can take a look at that and see maybe one of those is more interesting for you. But I'm going to focus on 10. All of those 10 were mentioned in that blog. I'm just going to go much more in depth in that, and I'm going to stop every time and show you some things that you can learn from. And while I'm using those examples, those 10 ways to use video to grow your business, I'm going to show you what mistakes to avoid. Either the mistakes are there or mistakes that we cut out, and I can just share about them. So what mistakes to avoid, what equipment you should use or can use. You should nothing, but you can use. All the tips and tricks I know for better video, and I'm going to bring another expert or an expert with me on stage to make sure that you'll get the best information. I think we can show you some ways how to overcome the fears of standing in front of a camera. Because for me, I have no problem standing in front of people. Never had. Okay? I don't have a problem for that. I'm staying in front of a camera in an empty room, and I don't know what to say anymore. I'm becoming a total idiot. I'm not joking. Lerke is photographing me. Bas is photographing me. They will attest that sometimes it happened. It's less and less because with practice it changes. But at the beginning it was pretty horrible. And I hope I can give you something about that. Also, when and why to use each one of the videos. And there will be more stuff to do. So I'm trying in the hours that we have until 5 to shove as much information without overwhelming you. Is that okay? Okay, we'll see if I can create the balance. I also want to cover a basic plan. So where do you want to start? What do you want to do second? What do you want to do third? It's going to be very, very simple, very basic. But if you do that, you're in a good start. Because the problem for most people is starting. If you will start and do what I'm suggesting, then a month from now you will do videos without a problem. Because you'll have enough experience of different types of. But if you will not, and you will wait and wait and wait, probably nothing's going to happen. So it's always like everything. It's about implementation. Okay, and video is kind of easy to implement. Video is easy to implement, and you don't have to show anything to the public. You can do as many times as you want videos and then delete it. Yesterday I had this I don't know if anybody saw my Facebook video yesterday. We had this. I'm getting every afternoon from the office. I'm getting this email saying how many registrations we have for all the events, and we just crossed the 1,000 registrations for the business bootcamp yesterday at 3:30 or something like that. And I got this email coming up from Francesca from the office, and I said, "Hey, that's cool. I mean, we're 3 weeks after the last business bootcamp when we just opened the registrations, and it's already 1,000 registrations. That's cool." So I went and I wanted to try something because of you, because I can tell you about that. Something I never tried before. I always I want to make the videos look good, so I get the right equipment, and I usually get a professional to help me edit it and everything. But I wanted to try something, so YouTube has an option that you can record a video straight into YouTube. So I wanted to try that for the first time. So I'm going to YouTube, and I have my little webcam in front of my computer, and I'm going to YouTube, and it says, well, record. It says, but I cannot see myself, so it doesn't show me. It shows an empty screen until you press record. And when you press record, it starts recording, and only then you see the picture, and then the camera is not the right place and everything. So I'm correcting it and everything. And then I'm recording my message saying, hey, everybody, we just crossed 1,000. I wanted you to know, and don't be late for registering and everything. And then I close. It's 1 minute video, cool. But I'm looking at it, and there's all these things and my camera. So I'm deleting, I'm starting again. And I did that 3 or 4 or 5 times. I don't need to publish it. Yeah, and the 5th time I did that, and it was okay. It was because my camera was already right, and I just started. I didn't edit nothing. I just put it. You can see it on our Facebook page. It's just 1 minute, exactly 60 seconds, and then I posted it to YouTube. It was on YouTube, and I just posted it to Facebook. And Vered looked at it in the evening. She says, "Is that just for an exercise for the people? Because you look horrible." I wasn't shaved, and I was with my T-shirt and in my little office and everything. But it just. What I'm trying to say is that you just start and you're doing it. You don't have to publish it. You can check your result. You don't like it, do it again until you feel comfortable. It's so easy today compared to what it used to be a few years ago, even 7 years ago when I started. Anyway, what I'm not going to cover is all the technical stuff. I'm not going to cover how you operate, how you edit a video, or how you're using certain softwares, or how you upload stuff to YouTube. All the technical stuff I'm not going to cover. If this is really important for you and you don't know how to do it, then either ask somebody or just check it on the internet. Everything is there. It's very, very easy. This is not a course about technical of recording or video recording or editing. It's all about marketing. So again, in principle, what I want to share with you is 10 different ways to use video to grow your business. I hope that we'll manage to put all the 10 on time, but I think it's probably possible. And what we'll do is I will show you a video, and I will explain some stuff about it. And you will choose what you want to write and what is important for you. Okay? It's more important for me that you watch and you listen than you're writing too much. I mean, there's not so much to write. It's just a few points on everything. And I want to start with the first one. They are not necessarily by priority. I will give you the priority at the end of the day with the plan. Okay? What you need to do first. But I want you to know all those 10. All those 10s will really, really, really help you grow your business. Okay? I really picked up the 10 that I think that are the best, at least from our experience, what helps our business grow.